Coaching, so when you think of Hostess Coaching, essentially you're a coach. Just like you would coach your own children, or if you're a coach at a school, you're going to coach your hostess to success. And in doing so, the payoff is they're going to want to host more parties for you, or you never know, they might become your next recruit. So it's really important that Hostess Coaching takes place with every party, whether it's a basket party or a home party, or if they choose to have an open house. That way that they have a very successful experience in Cincy. So there are a couple of things. Sorry, I have all my notes right here. So I don't want to be like this the whole time. You got to find out their why. Why do they want to, I mean, what do they want out of this party? You know, some of us just like to have parties, which is generally me, because I would probably eventually buy the product anyways. But the half price and the free is a perk for me. But I like to have people over at my house, I like to have get-togethers. So anytime I can have a party, that's really a big goal of mine, is to get everybody together and have fun. So what better way to do it than through Cincy, Vallado, or Grace Adele? So find out their why, and that actually involves you know, face-to-face is best. Over the phone can be just as good. Email, it's so easy for us to text and email and get the answers and responses that we need. However, what you miss when you do that is that personal connection. And when you have a personal connection with your hostess, that just really adds more to their experience, because in the end, it's really about the relationships. And that's how you build your business and build your team. So I highly encourage, if you can meet them face-to-face, if you're booking a party with them at a party, schedule time with them at the end of that party to sit down and talk to them and find out their why. What do you want? What are you specifically looking for out of this party? You know, is there a product that you want? Have them start creating a wish list. You know, what kind of party do you want to have? When you find out their why, then you know which way and which direction to take them. So definitely do that. When it comes to product, have them create their wish list. You know, and what's funny is, and the teachers in the room will know this, because if you ever had any educator tell you, create a wish list and we'll get it for you. And we would stop at 3 items because we're so used to being told you can't have more than $20. And, you know, you will find that some of your hostesses will do the same. Well, I just want a warmer, and if I could get 3 bars, that'd be great. Is that all you want? How about you create your wish list of everything that you would love to have, and let's go from there. So don't stop. This is a wish list. Have them write down and work through the things that they're looking for themselves, for gifts, holidays, whatever it is. And then you can build from there, because that will guide you in determining the type of party that they are going to have. If they have, you know, a wish list of $200 worth of product, then you know where to go with, okay, in order to get this amount of free product and this amount of half price items and get all of this that you're looking for, here's what we need to have in sales. When you know what your goal is, now you have a target to shoot for. And I know for me, and I can speak from my own personal experience, I didn't do this for the longest time. You want a basket party? Yay! Here's the basket! And I was out the door. And never really sat down and chatted with them. I figured they could read, figure it out, whatever, you know. And a lot of it had to do with my own fear and my not being comfortable with sitting down and engaging, because the party thing was never, I didn't do a party for a year, I ain't gonna lie. Just canoes. I didn't have one home party for a year. But I had
some baskets.
Oh my God, I could have
rock them baskets
going. But what I did was I missed the opportunity to build my business to the level that it could have been, because I didn't engage in that one-on-one and that personal connection. So that's where definitely Hostess Coaching comes into play. Set a sales goal and discuss how to achieve it. Now, here's something that I do, especially with my home parties, well, only with my home parties, it could be an open house too, is I encourage them to have pre-party sales. Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm not going to invite everybody I know to my party, but I want some people to purchase from my party. Okay? So,
amen.
I'm selecting. No. So, I mean, the fact of the matter is, you're not going to invite your whole office or your whole campus or whatever to your home for your home party, but you sure can have pre-sale. And so I always set a pre-sale goal with my hostesses. Okay, you know what? If you have $300 in pre-sales from outside party goers, here's an extra incentive for you. And I'll throw in my own little incentive, whether it's an extra half-price item or you know, a little layers gift bag or whatever. But that's an extra incentive for them to go out and to get outside sales outside of their own party. That's only going to boost their party sales and get them to get that wish list that they want. Okay, so that's, but they're not going to know that if you don't take the time to sit down and find out their why, find out what they want, and then start to build that party to the sales that they need to get in order to have that. Then also be sure you put it online. At this point, I'm hoping, most of us know the new ones. Always place your parties online. That way people from, whether they live in Maryland, Oklahoma, or wherever, family members can still go online, purchase from that party, and they get those free party sales. That's huge. A lot of people will do that if they know about that. And walk your hostess through. And I always make a little note card, online sales, how to tell your friends and family how to go online and place an order through your party. That way they have that information in front of them. And in all reality, if you think about when you became a new consultant, you didn't know what you didn't know. It's kind of like, do you have any questions? Well, no, because I don't even know what I need to ask. Right. So we want to give them as much information as we possibly can, so they are not stressed about disseminating that information out to their family and their friends. So if you give them a great experience, they see how easy it is, they're going to want to do more parties. And if they see how easy it is, you never know, they're like, I can do that. Oh my gosh, this is so easy, this is fun. And you're building your team and your business. Okay, so now that you set a sales goal, you've got a party date scheduled, which is a given. Determine a cutoff date for your party orders, okay? I always ask my hostesses, hey, you have this amount of time, you have a week after the party to place orders. Would you like to do it then, or would you like to do it sooner? But make sure there's a clearly defined cutoff date. That way you can close out the party, because that will, in turn, allow them to let their customers know that are doing the outside sales from the party, as well as you to tell the party goers what the time frame is. Hey, you know what, this party happened today, but the orders will remain. I'll have it open until Thursday. So if you want to add to it, just let us know. Okay, hostess coaching. And I'm going to send a couple of things to Trish. I have a couple of documents, I know for me, of what I put in my hostess packet. And that's kind of my guideline of what I'm going to go through. Okay, yes, even down to the number of catalogs, to the order forms, all of this. Because that is a sheet that you can go through with the hostess and go, here's how many catalogs you have, here's your order forms. This is what a sample order form looks like. Include a sample order form and write sample in a highlighter. So they know how to take orders. It makes it easier for them. If not, I don't know about y'all, but I've gotten like, BRB, and I'm like, what is BRB? And then I have to go look at all the little, however you do your order forms, train them to do that as well, okay? And then let them know, here's what we've set for your goal. Create a guest list. Whether you work with your hostess through e-bites or outside invitations that go through the mail, because I still like the mail invitations. A lot of times I will offer both. If you want to send invitations, send out e-bites, great, we'll do that. I'll get together and we'll do that. All right? During the whole time of this pre-party coaching, stay in contact with your hostess. It's not a one and done. That's the biggest key, is they want to know that you are there for them to answer questions. I'll text them. And, if it's during the day, and say, hey, I'm going to give you a call later tonight. Is that cool? So we can chat about what's, where you're at with your party and answer any questions you have. Because I want to be able to do it when they have the time to chat with me. Or, hey, do you want to meet for coffee later? And we can kind of see where you're at. And, because they want to have a good party. And there's nothing where, I don't know about y'all, but I know for me, I'm like, oh my God, I sent out 50 invitations and I only got 3 RSVPs. Well, that's no big deal. And I'll be honest, some of the best parties I've had 3 people, two became recruits, and one of them placed a $300 order. I'm like, so it's okay. What can we do to build your party? You know what? We can send out calls. Hey, bring a guest and get a little extra gift. Here's what we can do to build your party numbers, and work with them on that. And that puts them at ease, and we're willing to say, okay, no big deal. And that's what you do throughout the process of hostess coaching. You stay in contact. Hey, how's it going? Where are you at? Is there anything that I can do for you? What do you need? I don't call them a week before their party. I'll call them 3 days before their party, and I'll call them the day before. What can I bring? I'm going to be there an hour and a half early to help set up, with whatever you need help with. And my setup's really easy. It takes me 15, 20 minutes. So I just want to make sure that everything's rocking in your world, but can I bring something? You need to bring some food, some ice, some coke, whatever. Just let me know. And I'll get that, I'll be there. Any other questions you have? How's the RSVP, how does the list look for your customers or your guests? And go from there. It makes them feel more at ease. And the whole time, you kind of just coach them into what to do to host a Cincy party. Greatest thing about that is at the end, when it's all said and done and you're sat down, you're like, you know what? $300 in pre-party sales, that's awesome. Here's your extra gift for that. You had $700 in party sales from this party today. Let's go through your wish list. Here's what you have in free. Here's what you have in half price. Start marking it off and start building. When you're all said and done, I generally can look and go, how stressful was it? It really wasn't that bad. Pretty easy, wasn't it? I mean, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Could you do it? Yes, I could. You know, and that's a great conversation builder to go in and talk about the business one-on-one with them. I love having you as a hostess. You know, I encourage my customers to have parties twice a year, basket home, and then from there, you're doing this already. I have one teacher in Arlington. She has a basket party for me every month at her school, and I'm like, Charlene, and they're $600. I am not lying. When she's in school, I can't wait till September. But when she's in school, she's getting orders left and right. And I'm like, honey, you do this so well. Do you sure? You really should be a consultant. No, you give me the basket, I'll do it for you. I'm like, okay, are you sure this is what, you know? But she'll tell you straight up, the first time you brought this basket party to me and you showed me how to do it, it's been easy since. And so I'll do one every month for you because I know I have people that ask for it. Fantastic, because I need you as a customer. And one day she will be on my team. Her name's Charlene, just so you know. And you're building that relationship, and when you have that personal connection with your hostess, you're building that relationship, and that's the single most important thing you can do because you give them a great experience. You've made it stress-free for them. And in the end, you have a lifetime customer or a potential team member. And that's what Hostess Coaching will do for you. And always keep it simple. So seriously, on my Hostess Coaching little sheet that I have for me, my checklist, it's one sheet, and I don't mean tiny, I mean big and like lots.